Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, March 2nd. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And if anything, the market has proved its proficiency at cleansing people who get opinionated. These last 6 trading days, the way we've closed, at the end of the day, people go get bullish or bearish, and the next day we basically do the opposite thing. Right now, we're smack basically in the middle of yesterday's profile. It also is a very good advertisement for how strong these short-term algos and day traders could be, the way they whip price around. And that's exactly what it is, just whipping price around, considering we are in a 7-day balance. Let's start real quick with the Russell. Now, they did not have a trend day yesterday. They had their afternoon pullback low in H. They had their daily high, daily low. Look at this overnight. This is last night between 4 and 8 p.m. And this is this morning from 6 a.m. to right now, which is about 75 minutes prior to the opening. All over yesterday's range. All over it. Triple Qs. Now they're acting a little better than the Russell or the ES this morning. Remember, they went out with 3 sets of single prints, B, C, and J. Right now, and they also went out with a price probe, which we did not. Very close to those 2 daily highs. They took them out in the overnight session, but that does not count. So we have 3 daily highs fairly close to each other. So if they're able to take out yesterday's high, these 2 highs from the 24th and 25th should fall. And then for the ES and the SPY, we had 1 set of single prints. The important level, again, this level is still going to stick with me, is that 387.50 level. As you can see, pre-market, we got below it. So the way C period from yesterday was important as we went up. For the most part, C period, A's, that these single prints are very important to me on the way down, because if you fill them and get acceptance below them, well, you're right back below those 2 weekly lows, and nothing would have changed. So let's go over destinations and a game plan. Again, you should have these destinations. The upside right now, pre-market high is 390.34. Yesterday's high was 390. I have the wrong high for yesterday. I apologize. Let me see what yesterday's high was. Why do I have 390.92? Oh, it was that 390.92. I apologize. I thought I wrote down the wrong thing. 390.92 was yesterday's high. And then above that, we have that highest accepted price of 391.01 and 391.88 daily high. For the downside right now, we have 388.25, which is our afternoon pullback low, which was H's low from yesterday. Then we have the single prints, 387.92 get filled at 04. And smack in the middle of that is those 2 weekly lows. Then we have our overnight low of 386.42 and 385.54, yesterday's low. Just checking the pre-market high right now. What I had as to opposed, I'm showing this all the way up at about yesterday's high, and I have 390.34. So I'm going to have to check the overnight high right now. So what is the game plan? Well, we're smack in the middle of value, smack in the middle of balance. We ended 8 wide. It's a visual, very visible talk, a visual. I mean, I like 9 wide, but it's visual. Here's the important levels right here. If you start getting acceptance below the afternoon pullback low and into those single prints, value will go from unchanged to at least overlap into lower, and there's a possibility of going below those 2 weekly lows. On the flip side, if you pull up, we're still in balance. We need to take out yesterday's high and then test the top of a 7-day balance. These highs are fairly close to each other. We have 3 daily highs now. One is 390.92, one is 391.88, and then 392.23. They're all fairly close to each other. So if we're able to take out yesterday's high, we should at least test the top of the balance. But don't forget, balance rules will come into play. So right here, exactly where we are, there's no play. If we are to pull back I will give the bulls that opportunity to prove to me that they can hold this. I would definitely take longs against H's low and the single prints. If we start getting all filled and we start getting acceptance below here, we start one time framing down, I would be out of that call play. On the flip side, even though I'm going to give the bulls their credit down here, they're going to have to prove to me up here they can take out yesterday's high. So if we are to push up, I would look to take that short like I did yesterday, basically against the overnight high and yesterday's high. Any acceptance above there, then I would be out on that trade. And then on the charts, so I'm just going to show you the weekly and daily. You can call this a 4-week balance, or you can call it down. Right now I'm calling it down after we came out of this 2-week balance to the downside. If we take out last week's high, we're firmly in a 4-week balance. But if we cannot, and eventually roll back over to the bottom of it, then I'm still going to consider it down. And again, these weekly lows become our target destination. And on the daily, market imbalance, waiting for more market-generated information. It is a 7-day balance. It's a $14 balance to the penny. 392.23, 378.23. Bulls yesterday with a great move off of Friday's lows. Let's see if they can continue it by taking out today's high and taking out the top of this 7-day balance. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.